Claudius became the emperor of Rome in 41 AD after his nephew, the strange and unpredictable emperor Gaius Caligula, was killed. At first, many people didn't think Claudius would be a strong ruler. He had a stammer, which means he sometimes had trouble speaking clearly. He had a limp, and he was often ill. Because of these things, people didn't take him very seriously, and he had to work extra hard to prove that he could be a powerful emperor. Back in those times, being a strong emperor meant you had to show you could lead armies and conquer new lands for Rome. Claudius needed to do something big to prove that he was worthy of being emperor. So he decided to invade Britain, which the Romans had been interested in for a long time. Julius Caesar had come to Britain almost 100 years earlier but didn't stay to conquer it. Claudius wanted to succeed where Caesar hadn't, but he was careful not to make the same mistakes. Claudius was very smart in how he planned the invasion. He knew he needed a huge and well-prepared army, so he gathered 40,000 soldiers, a massive force. To make sure everything went smoothly, he put an experienced general in charge of the army and even brought along war elephants to show how powerful Rome was. These elephants were like tanks in ancient times, huge, strong animals that would scare the enemy. Claudius also brought war machines. These machines could fire stones and bolts from giant crossbows called ballistae, which were powerful weapons that could knock down walls and defeat enemy soldiers from far away. When the Roman troops set off for Britain, they likely landed at Richborough, a place on the southeastern coast of England. From there, they began their march to an important town called Colchester, known back then as Camulodunum, which was an oppidum, a fortified town where a British tribe lived. The Romans were very organized and had planned their attack carefully, so when they reached Colchester, they captured it quickly. This showed the British tribes that the Romans meant business and were there to stay. After seeing the strength of Claudius's army, 11 tribes in the southeastern part of Britain decided to surrender. They realized that fighting the powerful Roman Empire would be very difficult, so instead of battling, they chose to make peace with the Romans. These tribes became what were called client kingdoms. A client king was a British king who was allowed to stay in charge of his land, but he had to be loyal to Rome. As long as he did what the Romans wanted and didn't cause any trouble, his people didn't have to pay taxes to the Romans. But if the client king ever rebelled or didn't follow Roman rules, the Romans would take over his kingdom and rule it directly with a Roman governor. By conquering parts of Britain, Claudius showed everyone in Rome that he was a strong and capable emperor. He had done what Julius Caesar hadn't been able to do, and this made him more respected. Claudius didn't stay in Britain for long, though. After a short visit to celebrate his victory, he went back to Rome and left the generals to continue the conquest. The Roman invasion of Britain didn't stop with Claudius. Over the next few years, the Romans would continue to expand their control over the island, building roads, forts, and towns, some of which still exist today. Claudius's decision to invade Britain was a bold and successful move that helped secure his place as a strong emperor in Roman history. Even though people underestimated him because of his stammer, limp, and health problems, he showed that careful planning and a powerful army could conquer new lands and prove his strength as a leader. His invasion of Britain was the beginning of hundreds of years of Roman rule in parts of Britain, which left a lasting mark on the country's history.